We got in the house. Chris Burkard is
What's
in the
up?
house. And we just recorded an amazing podcast. I'm very excited to share that with the
awesome.
world. So if you are watching this video and you haven't seen it yet, you got to go check that out where we go deep. But I'm always a fan of three things. Advice from someone has achieved what you've achieved, traveled where you've traveled, had the career as a creator that you have. So I was wondering if you give the universe out there three critical things that were differentiators in you going from not having or living your dream to being in pursuit and loving it.
First thing is you got to have a North Star. You know, everybody has to have a guiding light, and for me, that's a mission statement. That can change over time. The point is that you're never going to know where you want to end up if you don't have the roadmap to get there, and that's been critical for my career.
So, mission statement sounds foggy for someone who doesn't know or hasn't sort of built that North Star for themselves. What is an example? Give the folks at home an example of.
You know, I want my work to basically, inspire people to travel, see the world, to basically have experiences way outside of their comfort zone. And I think if you can live behind that, and your photos can live behind that, and your films can live behind that, and everything you do, your whole ecosphere can live under that, it's going to help you decide what jobs to take, what jobs not to take, who to spend your time with, who not to, and really where you want to invest yourself.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge. I can't overstate that as a foundation of, as a career, as a decision maker. It's almost like a set of values. It's a lens through you can look at all of the reasons that you do what you do and what you don't.
Exactly. It's also a good thing to keep you in check. That's the main reason you do it. Keep yourself in check.
Yeah, when your ego gets out of line or when you get distracted from shiny things, go back to your mission statement. If you find that your mission statement is at odds with the things that you spend yourself doing the most in the world, you're either your values are out of whack or your mission statement's out of whack.
Exactly, and the time to introspect is always there. That's big for me.
I appreciate you calling out that can change over time.
Yeah.
That's thing one. That will save you so many headaches and time and money and keep you focused on your eyes on the prize. Thing two?
Thing two is a good one. I mean, this for me has been critical in my career. Don't be afraid of the long-term projects. The ideas where often you're sitting there and you're at your computer and you're like, this would be such a cool thing to do, but that would take 2 to 3 years. The best stuff I've ever done, films, projects, this book was 7 years in the making, and it's been the most fulfilling thing I've ever done. I mean, and when I say long-term projects, I don't just mean the stuff that's going to make you tons of money. I think the stuff that's going to really fulfill you deep to your core.
Yeah, this is not building just your portfolio. This is a project that is deeper, is beyond just you making the money, right?
It's something you're willing to invest in, because what I find is when you find that thing that you're really willing to put the time into, it'll sustain you creatively. Yeah. I mean, people always ask like, oh man, how do you find that creative spark? And I'm like, you got to have a well of inspiration that you draw from. Yeah. So when times get hard, you have something to kind of rely upon. And for me, those long-term projects, the films about the people you care about, or the projects about some off the beaten track wave or Iceland aerial, this is the stuff that really means the difference.
What's a crystal example of something that came out for people who were like, oh, I don't know what he means by a long-term project and why I need to make money tomorrow. How will this long-term project benefit me? Can you give any concrete examples from your world?
Yeah. Absolutely. My first book, California Surf Project, basically I had this opportunity to do a road trip with the California coast. When it finally came out and when it was finally published and all said and done, it was a 3-year thing. But that book changed my career. It got me my work in front of investors and collectors of artwork, as well as Fortune 500 companies, because it was something shareable. It was something tangible. And nothing I could have ever done, shooting this commercial job or shooting this assignment for this magazine or even shooting this wedding could have had the reach that had. And it really took me doing that to finally have the little click go, wow, I need to do more work like that, work that's going to get my work in front of new audiences.
New audience, wildly differentiated, because what other photographers at that time were doing a project that's the thing. If you want results that nobody else gets, you have to be willing to do things that nobody else does.
Or go to places nobody else is,
Yeah, that's a huge part of your career. And then number 3, because all good things come in threes.
Yeah, of course. Well, 3 is simple. Always check the entry date on your visa and passport to Russia. I know, because if you don't, you could end up in a jail cell, and that can be a really terrible experience.
If you want to know the story behind that, Go check out our podcast
Yeah.
together. We just recorded it. It's stunning, and you reveal in great detail what it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to spend time in a Russian jail as a photographer with all your gear.
Yeah, no animus required. So yeah, exactly.
And I do got to give a quick shout out to your book, At
Thanks,
Glacier's
man.
End. Stunning book. Beautiful and very impactful aerial work over Iceland with a real powerful message.
Yeah.
So check that out.
Yeah,
Congrats,
thanks,
bud.
man. Appreciate everything.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge.
Cheers.
Check out the podcast. It's good.
All right. You.
You can have it if you want it. It's gratis, it's for free. There ain't no strings attached, no, there ain't no catch. Take my love, take me. You can have it if you want it. It's gratis, it's for free.